Voices of the Past, Holocaust Echoes presents The Path to Power, Hitler's Ascension. Witness Jacob Friedman recounts Hitler's rise to dominance.
Hello, my name is Jacob Friedman, and at 91 years old, I have lived through some of history's most pivotal and terrifying moments. Today, I share with you the story of Adolf Hitler's rise to power, a journey that marked the beginning of one of history's darkest chapters for all mankind and the Jewish people. Adolf Hitler's ascent from a fringe, insignificant political agitator to the Führer of Nazi Germany was marked by shrewd political maneuvering, exploitation of economic turmoil, and the propagation of a toxic Nazi ideology. It began in the early 1920s when Hitler joined the National Socialist German Workers' Party, the Nazi Party. His fiery speeches and radical ideas quickly gained a following among those disillusioned by Germany's defeat in World War I and the harsh terms of the Treaty of Versailles. The economic instability of the Weimar Republic played right into Hitler's hands. The hyperinflation of the early 1920s wiped out savings and plunged many into poverty. Then came the Great Depression in 1929, which only deepened the economic despair. Hitler promised to restore Germany's pride and economy, and many desperate people clung to his words as a beacon of hope. In 1933, Hitler's shrewd political maneuvering bore fruit. Through a combination of intimidation, propaganda, and alliances with conservative politicians who underestimated him, Hitler was appointed Chancellor of Germany. Once in power, he wasted no time in consolidating his control. The Reichstag fire in February 1933, which he blamed on communists, allowed him to push through the Reichstag fire decree, suspending civil liberties and giving the state unprecedented power to arrest and detain political opponents. The Enabling Act, passed shortly thereafter, gave Hitler dictatorial powers. This act effectively dismantled the Weimar Republic's democracy, allowing Hitler to rule by decree. With his power now consolidated, Hitler set about transforming Germany into a totalitarian state. Politically, his rise was marked by the ruthless elimination of opposition. The Nazis purged political rivals, dissenters, and anyone who stood in their way. The infamous Night of the Long Knives in 1934 saw the assassination of many of Hitler's perceived enemies within his own party and beyond. This ruthless consolidation of power struck fear into the hearts of the German people and ensured that opposition was silenced. Culturally, Hitler's toxic ideology permeated every aspect of German life. Propaganda, controlled by Joseph Goebbels, was used to glorify the Führer and spread the poisonous doctrines of Aryan supremacy and anti-Semitism. The arts, education, and even scientific research were co-opted to serve the Nazi narrative. Jewish artists, scientists, and intellectuals were marginalized and persecuted, their contributions erased from public memory. Socially, the impact was profound and devastating. The Nazis' aggressive nationalism and militarism created an atmosphere of fear and conformity. Jews and other minorities were scapegoated for Germany's problems, leading to widespread discrimination and violence. Our community, once vibrant and integrated, found itself increasingly isolated and targeted. As I recount these events and the unimaginable horrors that I and so many endured, my hands are shaking. The vivid memories haunt my dreams. What we experienced cannot be forgotten. Those of us who survived have a deep sense of sorrow for the lives destroyed, and yet at my age, a resolute determination to ensure that such a dark chapter is never repeated or forgotten. Hitler's rise to power was a tragedy of the culmination of 1,000 of years of anti-Jewish hatred and the perfect storm of events leading to Nazi manipulation, fear-mongering, and ruthless ambition. It serves as a stark reminder of the dangers of unchecked power and the devastating impact of hatred and bigotry. Please learn from this chapter of history. Never again.